Okay, this week I'm going to try to use the next 15 minutes to explain how to apply the cascading style sheet into the family website we created last week. So we have the site is built from Dreamviewer. This is virtual desktop. Okay, so far what we have done is we created 3 pages based on the template we have from last week. We created 3 pages and they are consistent layout with the header and with the list of navigation, and also have a content area which is the editable region, and the bottom is the copyright. So let's use a split view, then we can see a little bit about a code. So as you're reading the book, you probably realize, okay, most of the times what they use is the new tag for like heading is not only just a heading, but also being enclosed by the header. So what we're going to do is we're going to enclose this with the header. So you can see the header tag is wrapped around the heading 1. So for this list, I actually want to get rid of the list and just leave the anchor, hold on, probably have a little space between each of the, some of you may just have this. So 3 names and hyperlinked. So for this, I want to enclose by navigation. Okay. So that's a navigation tab. I probably want to get rid of the paragraph tag here. Okay, it's just, you know, really just 3 of the anchor key is hyperlink. So for the next part is the editable region, which is the main content, right? And so I want to insert a main content here. Let's see, there is no main. Okay, main is around here. All right, make it as main, and you can put a session aside within that area. For the last piece, I want to put a footer around it. Okay. So the structure is more clear this way. I'm going to save this, and all the pages are going to update it, so you wouldn't see anything new here. And now we're going to change the structure a little bit. Let's see, what is this? Okay, so putting some style sheet there so we can see the different. So what is a cascading style sheet really? Style sheet is a separation from the content. In the beginning, like when the HTML being just created years ago first, okay? So they have a content and the style all together. So the reason we're separating the formatting and the style with the content is, the content is really something we concern when we do searching. So if we put a lot of you know, spine, all the styles around it, sometimes it's hard to search to cover so many keywords. So that's technical behind it. Okay. Now we're going to apply some style sheet. So let's see. I'm going to see the first area. This is a header. I want to create a style sheet for the header. So when we started Cascading Style Sheet, if we don't have one, then we have to create one. You either can define that in page like this, then the style, you can see the style is right here, style tab. And what I'm going to do is then it's going to only impact this type of this or the page related to this. Okay, so most of the time what I recommend is go ahead to create a new style sheet. Oops, did I delete the header? Okay, yeah. So I'm going to create the external style sheet. I'm going to browse and see. Okay, I'm going to create a folder called CSS. And then I'm going to put the CS inside of here. I'll probably call the main style sheet. Okay, I'll just say style. So save. Okay. So there will be a file created for in the folder. Okay, so the file is here. Don't have anything almost. And then to create style sheet for this tag, for this header, I need to click on selector, which we're going to add the tag or selection so we can add property on that tag or element. So as far as the media is a different type of size and display. So we're going to talk about that later. So select, if you click on select while you have the header on, then the body selection is on, is as a default. So you're going to click on enter, and then you have a property tag here. Sometimes it's on the bottom. And then you have a check show set. That means whatever you already set being showed here, because we're just creating it, so we don't know, we don't have anything yet. So what we do is heading, let's add some background. So this is background button. So this is all a long list. Background. Okay, let's add some color. Is that cool color? Okay, cool color. Okay, so enter. You can see in the design view, your background already changed. So if you think, oh, well, you know, thinks the background is darker, then the front end fonts need to be much lighter. So you give a fonts a color close to white, and then your font will be light up. And then you can change the fonts if you want for different family. Okay, and then you have so different choice. Sans serif most of the time is best for web display. Okay, because it's, the straw, usually the straw having low calculation. If you have a zigzag, of the fonts, then once you get bigger screen, you may not be able to see that very clear. Style, okay, we don't want to change that. All right, so for the whole file, if you want to add some background, you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to click on this background and click on the body tag. Let's see if that brings a body tag. Okay, so I'm going to add the body tag some probably background. Okay, I don't think I have a good background color. Maybe a background image. Okay, Well, I was kicked off from the server.